name's Matt. Welcome to Skyrim. Today I'm playing on my Arcane Warrior because there weren't too many Arcane Warrior videos that I found on YouTube, and they're a lot of fun, so I thought I'd show you mine. Her name's Violet. She's a wood elf. She was originally going to be more of a spirit bow user and call woodland friends to fight on her behalf and what have you. But I found using the bow to be quite boring, even if it was the bound bow, and I felt guilty using my woodland friends to fight in my stead. So I swapped to the bound battle axe, made friends with a frost elemental, and I've never looked back. The Astral Warrior is a fun build. There's a lot of variety in this playthrough. Oh my word, what's going on there? That seems to be a chimera and a were-turkey. Oh, I was just about to say, probably the were-turkey is the bigger threat. Poor old manticore. Always have the same thing. Saber cat's lucky he didn't get some as well. Anywho, a lot of variety with this build. You can have a lot of fun. Strategy and tactics are a big part of the playstyle. You can't just spam. You can't just hide in the shadows, or I don't anyway. It's one of my rules on this character, no stealth instead. Cast one of them. Oh look, some more friends to play with. See if I can get my friend Frostilicus out. Oops. Unfortunately, running out of mana is an occupational hazard. Situation, I generally break out Volundrum, despite the fact that I like to use axes. It's a really good weapon, loads of damage, sucks their stamina, and really there are no good axes in the game. There's what's his name's axe, that dog, but really it's a bit substandard, doesn't do a lot of damage. It's altogether better for me to use my own. Here. Oh, better kill this lot. Take that. Okay, well, poor old Frostilicus doesn't do too well against these guys, so I'm just gonna pop his big brother. Where's he gone? Don't know who he's fighting now. It's someone. Are you not going to go in? No? Don't know what he's waiting for. Get some. Well, expected richer skeevers than that. Oh well. Next time. So, as I was saying, you can have a lot of variety with this playthrough. You've got a lot of scope to switch weapons because you're just spec to use bound weapons, so you can use the sword, you can use the bow, or you can use my favourite, the battle axe. It's all the same. You've got your choice of minions there. You can even resurrect the dead. I don't choose to, but you can. It's certainly an option. There's the option to spec with the blessing stones to actually resurrect the dead that way as well, and I think you can actually use the Ordinator perks to get yourself 4 skeletons that follow you around as well, so you could go full Death Knight with this build if you wanted to. Myself, I might try that on a later playthrough, but I went pure Arcane. Let's just see if we can take this guy out. So the strategy is keep running, take the guy down as quickly as possible, keep some distance between yourself and the guy who might do you some harm. Oh, he nearly narrowly got me. Let's do a bit of high groundage. Yeah, got both of them, nice. I'll take him down if I can. This isn't good. Yes, I'd never be afraid to run away if the situation is not in your favour. And then come back later, when it is. Come to me, jungle friend. I didn't even do that. Probably could have done. With this particular race. Do you know what? I'm going to feed on that guy to gain his strength. He was rock hard. What's that? Is that someone coming? It's Frostilicus. Late on the scene once again. Well, we seem to have survived without him. I'll let you off this time, Frosty, because you have been an otherwise faithful companion. It's the other way of feeding. I've got the Ring of Namira, so I can eat them that way. And also I'm a wood elf, so I can cannibalise them through my imperious Races of Skyrim perks. So here we are in Silent Moon's camp, which is a location for a side quest found on the notice board. It's a brilliant mod. I'm just here to rescue a citizen, I think. And instead of Frostilicus today, I have this guy, Dremora Lord. Lord Buttpain, we'll call him. Come on then, Lord Buttpain, let's show these guys why you got that name. Oh, fucking hell. Well, Lord Buttpain seems to have been sent back to the abyss. What now? Yeah, I really hate it when I haven't got anything good. It's got to be worth killing them. Glass short spear. Do you know, I haven't seen one of those before. Why don't you recover health when you do that? So for the perks I use, have a quick look at those. As you can see, I've gone heavily into the conjuration tree. Just 2 branches. The first one for conjuring Atronax, however you pronounce that. 5 times further away, that's nice for dropping one in the middle of a huge pack of bandits. 3 times as long. Excellent for not having to cast them as much. Potency. Now this is the best one. For some reason, my Frost Atronac was always potent. I'm not sure why. But now I've got the perk, all of them are. This might be worth it. This also, but really, that's what I'm looking for. So I can summon Frostilicus's wife at the same time. You can spec down the dead tree if you want to be a death knight, as I mentioned earlier, and maybe I will later. This one's for skeletons. And then the second tree in conjuration I took was the mystic weapon tree. Mystic weapons rather than bound weapons deal more damage, nice. Cast soul trap, very handy. Banish Daedra, that's quite good if you hit the enemy. If you hit your own Daedra, not as good. Void burn, now that's an interesting one. Actually does quite a lot of damage and makes the bound or mystic weapon actually viable in the long term. Reducing magic resistance. Oh, I don't really use magic, but Frostilicus has an aura which doesn't do damage, and if I were using the Storm Atronac, he does do quite a lot of magical damage. I'm going to go for this one next. I've been waiting for this one. I've had other things to invest in. 20% extra attack damage, 100 points of armour. You can't argue with that. So the next tree I invested was Alteration, which I really haven't put too many points in, but I've gone quite a long way into. Alter Self, increase resistance, 2 resistances by 25%. I chose Fire and Ice, 2 most common damage types. I'm enchanted to resist those as well, so actually if I get hit with lightning, does quite a lot of damage. Once I get the double enchant perk, I'm hoping to ameliorate that somewhat. Next one, Alter Self attributes. I chose health to increase by 50 points. And I'll be going for Nullifier next to radiate a dampening field. I think you can combine that with also draining them as well, which works quite well. So enchanting is a mainstay of this build. Unfortunately, there's not really too many trees that were very relevant. Channeler, staff equipped, who cares? You know, we're going to use one of those. Weapon charge, I don't use enchanted weapons. I've got my own weapon. This one here, staffs, I'm not going to use that. Starlight Sage, staff, again, no, don't use that. Soul Squeezer. Weapon charge points though, isn't it? So yeah, don't use those. Again, that's for recharging those. Spell Scribe. That's for using an enchanted weapon, which I don't use. So unfortunately, there's not many you can use. 40% stronger, brilliant. Everyone wants that. Destroy a flawless gem to make it 20% stronger again. Even better, can't beat that. Regalia. 30% stronger on robes, circlets and hoods. Circlets being the important ones there, that's the one I'll be using. Next one I'm waiting for, requiring 80, is 2 enchantments on the same item. Will allow me to improve my circlet to the point where it's actually worth wearing that over just normal plate armour. And also it will allow me to increase my resistances a huge amount as well. Okay, so the next one's smithing. I started making my own armour a while back. Didn't really get into it. You can loot it, so wasted points really. Heavy armour. This is an interesting tree. Mastery, obviously. 20% less damage, half less stamina. Stacks well with Volden Rung. Born to Fight. That's obviously very useful. Face of Death. This is particularly useful for a battle mage. You don't need to wear the face piece. Wearing all heavy armour, again, Face of Death works with that. Rallying Standard, this is an interesting one. I held off on getting this one for some time because I thought I'd forget to use it, plus it's only one per day. And then when I got 80 heavy armour, straight to Warbringer, entering combat will place a Rallying Standard at your location for 120 seconds. Does not count against the limit of 1 at a time. So you just place one whenever you join combat, and that gives you 100 armour and 25% melee damage, and that's to yourself and all of your allies. Nothing in block, probably should have. Two-handed, probably should have invested more in the extra here. Bleed like a dog. I find that offensive, I love dogs. Rive. Yeah, probably could have done more with that. 20 times, hardly ever. That's good, I want to get that. Wasted point there in archery. I do use it against dragons. And there we have it, that's the build. So with regards to enchants, I've got this cloak here which has a couple of enchants on it. I think Fortify, Conjuration and Alteration. I've got quite a lot of carry weight modded items here. Oh, I do have some Frost Resist, but not much. Extra damage. This is an interesting armour piece. Again, less mana for Conjuration. Resist magic. So the Ring of Namira, this seems to have been altered by a mod. Increase your health by 60 points and reflects 15% of incoming physical damage back on the attacker. That's interesting, that's actually much better than the original, I think. You're able to move more quietly while sneaking, and opponents that get too close will be slowed by despair. Very interesting, and I believe goes well with that. Muffles your movement. Another satchel, and Yep, just a self-enchanted ring. Not a very good one. I have to replace that. What else can we do around here before we fast travel off? Oh, you fucker saw me at the last minute. Come on, you emerald shitter. Get it, Frosty. Clearly Frostilicus is out of his league. Maybe a bit of that. Sure he died as well.